Canned sardines are cheap, shelf-stable, and often overlooked. But are they better than fresh? What if I told you the answer could reshape your heart health, bone strength, and even brain clarity after 60? Most seniors are eating the wrong kind and missing critical nutrients in the process. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which type supports aging and how to use it right. After 60, every bite matters more. Your bones, nerves, and immune system all shift, often quietly. And sardines, they might be the most powerful food you're not fully using. But should you go canned or fresh? Stick with me, because the answer isn't just about taste. It's about what gets absorbed, what protects you from decline, and what helps your body rebuild itself from the inside out. 1. The inflammation fire extinguisher, omega-3s. Imagine a small fire smoldering deep inside your body. You don't feel it, but over time, that fire weakens your heart, stiffens your joints, and even fogs up your memory. This isn't fiction. It's a real biological process called inflammaging. And for adults over 60, it may be the hidden engine behind fatigue, high blood pressure, and chronic pain. Here's how it works. As we age, our immune system stops switching off properly after it fights an infection or heals an injury. Instead of calming down, it keeps firing, quietly, day after day. It releases little chemical messengers called cytokines, including one major culprit, tumor necrosis factor, alpha, or TNF-alpha. Think of TNF-alpha like a broken fire alarm that just won't shut off, constantly ringing, stressing your system, and wearing down your tissues. Now, here's the good news. Omega-3s, found abundantly in both fresh and canned sardines, act like a biological fire extinguisher. They don't just hide the symptoms, they cool the source of the flame. A 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Lipidology found that omega-3s can lower TNF-alpha levels by up to 25% in older adults. Even more impressive, your body uses omega-3s to create special compounds called SPMs, specialized pro-resolving mediators. They act like a cleanup crew, restoring calm after inflammation has done its job. So, what can you do? Eat 3.5 ounces of sardines, about one small can, 3 times a week. Choose sardines packed in olive oil if you have dry skin or arthritis. The added fats help absorption. Best time? Lunch or dinner, when your body is primed to digest fats and rebuild tissues. Frank, 71, a retired mailman from Ohio, told me this. I started adding sardines to my lunch on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. After a month, my knees felt lighter. My mind didn't feel so cloudy in the afternoons. I didn't expect much, but something shifted. That's the power of targeted nutrition after 60. But what most seniors miss is what comes next. 2. Fresh greater than canned? Here's something I hear all the time in my clinic. Dr. Hartley, I only eat fresh fish. I avoid canned food completely. But what most people don't realize is that canned sardines may actually deliver more healing nutrition, not less. Yes, fresh sardines have their advantages. They're rich in omega-3s, they're clean tasting, and they're typically lower in sodium. But here's where the science flips the script. Visual overlay. Fresh not equal always better. Stock footage. Canned sardines being gently placed on salad or toast. Sound cue, light pop, or reveal effect. In 2021, a study published in Nutrients compared canned sardines with skin and bones to their fresh filleted counterparts. And the results? Canned sardines had 3 times more bioavailable calcium, higher selenium content, and preserved omega-3s thanks to canning in oil and low-heat processing. Why? Because the bones and skin, usually discarded in fresh fish, are left intact and softened during canning. That means every bite gives your body a complete nutrient package, already made digestible and ready to absorb. Think of it like this. Fresh sardines are the raw ingredients. Canned sardines are the pre-assembled supplement your body can actually use. Let me introduce Harold, 69, a former truck driver from Minnesota. He avoided canned fish for decades, thought it was low quality. But after a minor bone fracture, he wanted to do everything he could to protect his frame. His doctor recommended adding canned sardines with bones, just twice a week. I was skeptical, Harold admitted. But now, I mash them with avocado on toast. I'm not just stronger, I'm recovering better. Even my dentist said my jawbone looked denser. That's not a miracle. That's nutrient synergy in action. So, what can you do? Choose canned sardines with skin and bones, packed in olive oil or spring water. Eat 2 to 3 times a week as a snack, in salads, or mashed with lemon on rye toast. Combine with fermented veggies or greens to boost absorption even more. And next, we'll go deeper into why that calcium plus D combo in sardines is unlike anything else on your plate. 3. The Bone Fortress Calcium plus D Synergy. Let's talk about one of the biggest threats to independence after 60, a fractured bone. It's not just painful, it can change your entire life overnight. But here's the part many people miss. Your bones aren't just hard sticks, they're living tissue, constantly breaking down and rebuilding. And that rebuilding, it depends on one powerful partnership: calcium and vitamin D. Think of your bones like a brick fortress. Calcium is the brick. It gives structure and density. But vitamin D, that's your master mason, the one placing each brick in the right spot, holding the entire wall together. Without both, the fortress crumbles. Now, here's where sardines, specifically canned sardines with bones, offer something truly unique. According to a 2019 study in Osteoporosis International, seniors who took calcium and vitamin D, 3 together, saw a 3.2% improvement in bone mineral density within 12 months. That's measurable protection. And sardines deliver both nutrients in one natural, easy-to-absorb package. Why? Because during the canning process, the sardine bones are softened, making them completely edible and highly bioavailable. Most seniors are surprised to hear this, but every tiny bite of those softened bones acts like a calcium capsule, one that doesn't upset your stomach or require expensive pills. Grace, 68, shared something that stayed with me. I slipped on a rug and landed hard. Nothing broke, thank goodness, but it shook me. That's when I started adding sardines to my weekly routine. 2 months in, I didn't just feel steadier. I felt stronger, like my frame had more weight to it, more trust in it. So, here's your action. Add canned sardines with bones to your meals twice a week. Pair them with leafy greens like spinach or arugula. The vitamin K supports bone metabolism. Great serving idea. Mash with lemon juice and Dijon on a slice of rye toast, or toss into a warm grain bowl. This isn't optional, it's foundational. 4. Nerve shielding with B12. Let's shift gears, because while sardines support your bones and joints, there's another system quietly depending on them: your nervous system. It controls your balance, your memory, even how you feel the ground under your feet. And behind it all is one vitamin that often goes missing after 60, a vitamin B12. B12 is like the plastic coating on electrical wires. It protects your nerves so signals move fast and stay clear. Without enough B12, that insulation breaks down. And when that happens, messages from your brain to your legs slow down. Memory starts skipping. Your balance becomes less trustworthy. This is why so many seniors feel tingling in the hands and feet, or find themselves asking, "What was I saying again?" And here's the deeper issue. After 60, your body often stops absorbing B12 from food efficiently. especially if you have low stomach acid or take antacids. So even if you eat enough, your nerves may still be starving. That's where fresh sardines play a unique role. Unlike some canned versions that lose B12 to heat, fresh sardines, grilled or baked lightly, retain higher concentrations of this nerve-protecting nutrient. A 2021 study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that nearly 40% of seniors in assisted living were deficient in B12, directly correlating with slower cognition and impaired balance. Martha, 73, said something powerful after a checkup. "I thought I was just getting clumsy. I'd bump into furniture, forget appointments, but my B12 was low. I started eating grilled sardines twice a week, and within a month, I felt sharper. My footing felt firmer. It was like I had reconnected my wires. Here's what you can do. Eat fresh sardines once or twice a week, lightly grilled with olive oil and lemon. Pair with a small serving of fermented vegetables. They enhance nutrient absorption in the gut. Best time? Early dinner, so your body can process and repair. Overnight, your inflammation clock resets right here. 5. DNA repair via selenium plus TOQ10. Now let's talk about something most people never consider when they open a can of sardines. Your DNA. Every day your cells copy and repair DNA thousands of times to build new tissue, to clear out damage, to keep you alive. But after 60, that process starts to slow, and tiny errors can add up. This is where selenium comes in. It's not just a trace mineral, it's a locksmith that keeps the vault of your DNA sealed, guarded, and stable. Selenium plays a direct role in methylation, the process your body uses to turn genes on and off, repair damage, and prevent cellular miscommunication. And sardines, especially canned varieties with skin and bones, happen to be one of the richest, most bioavailable sources of selenium for older adults. A 2022 study published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition found that higher selenium intake was linked to a 30% reduced risk of cognitive decline in seniors over a 10-year period. Why? Because selenium also powers a key antioxidant enzyme, glutathione peroxidase, that clears out toxins before they can damage your brain and heart. It's like having a cellular cleanup crew working night shifts to keep your engine clean. Albert, 74, had been a lifelong tuna eater. But after noticing more blank moments in conversation, his daughter nudged him to switch to sardines, the whole kind, skin and all. "I thought she was being dramatic," he told me. "But after a month of sardines 3 times a week, I didn't feel so foggy. I remembered appointments again. My crossword times even got faster. That's not magic. That's methylation doing its job. So, what's the protocol? Eat canned sardines with skin and bones 2 to 3 times per week. Pair them with a raw vegetable or fermented side, kimchi, arugula, sauerkraut, to support digestion and gut enzyme activity. Use them in salads, grain bowls, or mashed with lemon and capers on toast. But what happens when you combine this DNA defense with movement, greens, and nerve protection? Sometimes, the simplest foods carry the deepest wisdom. A tiny sardine, soft bones, silvery skin, can rebuild your frame, protect your nerves, calm your immune system, and shield your very DNA. It's not flashy, not trendy, but it works. And more importantly, your body recognizes it, because after 60, the goal isn't perfection, it's support. Rebuilding from the inside out, plate by plate, choice by choice. You don't have to overhaul your diet, just start small. Maybe it's a can of sardines with lunch this week. Maybe it's swapping tuna for sardines in your salad. Maybe it's seeing your next meal as a vote for strength, not survival. Here's what I'd love. In the comments below, tell me, do you eat fresh or canned sardines? And if you've made a shift, what changes have you noticed in your body or brain? Your story might encourage someone else who's still skeptical. And if this video helped clarify things, I'd be honored if you hit subscribe. This channel is built for you to help aging feel less like decline and more like restoration. Because aging doesn't mean shrinking, it means choosing what builds you, one fork at a time.